Welcome on in, everyone, to another GripTV broadcast. Today we got Top Split GT3, and our very own Timo Westendahl is out there. Holy cow, folks. And we're here at WatkinsGlen International Classic, WatkinsGlen, United States. Hey, here we go. It's 2.4 miles and 7 turns out there. And we take a look at some of the info, some of these conditions. There he is, Timo Westendahl out there. These guys are getting a little bit of warm up there. 83 degrees, 64% humidity. They're gridding up. Thanks everybody for joining us as we got one of the very first official GripTV broadcasts right here on GripTVLive as they go ahead and get gridded up here. Bruno gonna be starting pole for us. Bruno Do Carmo, Patrick Berry. Ooh, I know Patrick Berry. He's very fast. Phil Blythe, Tom, Eric, Timmy Hill, Seshka Wessler, Alex Camarato, Kevin Parrish, Andre Papp, El Tio Papp Jr., Felipe Porto, Marcel Miles, James Fox II, Jeffrey Vandervoort, Simon Tupin, Eric Teske, Andre Castro, and look, there he is, starting 18th place, Timo Westendahl. You know him as Superdiomiro. Head on over to his Twitch channel, Superdiomiro. Jerome Hag, Yvonne Drollett, Stephen Moore, Ryan Amin, How Olivio, Rafael Franco, Richard McClure, and Matt Kirby, Casey Tucker, Barry Kennedy, and Felipe Pavia is rounding out the grid here. 29 brave souls signed up for this race. And as they take a look at their pace lap here, they're all got, holy cow, folks, look at all the BMWs out there. This is going to be something else. As we see Timo right there. Let's go up to the leaders here, Bruno. And you see that beautiful Ford Mustang taking them out. We got overcast conditions here, 83 degrees at WatkinsGlen International. Here we go. This is the classic version. Pace lap taking them around, going through the S's, coming up through the back stretch. As we all know, the NASCAR Nationwide Series does run here. And so there's the Grand Am Rolex Sports Car Series. There's 4 different variations of this track that is offered here in iRacing. And they're go ahead and taking their pace lap right now. Holy cow, folks. Count all the BMWs. We got brand new content here. And thanks everybody for joining us. Something these guys got to watch out for is coming through that carousel. You're going to see people dipping and diving inside and outside, trying to carry a lot of their speed through there. Some of the higher downforce cars are going to be getting through there pretty quick. So it's going to be wild stuff out there as they're coming around. And we're going to be going green flag racing here pretty soon, folks. So thanks for joining us. And this is going to be something else. Take a look at the ticker, folks. There are their iRatings. This is Top Split GT3. Over 120-some people signed up for the race. This is Top Split. And we got a lot of people out there, folks. It's going to be something wild. Here's the pace car is off. Green flag, green flag, green flag. Holy cow, they're all stacked up going into turn 1. Let's see who's brave enough to take the inside. 3 wide going into turn 1. How's it going to play out? Let's see how it rolls, folks. Can they get through turn 1? Bruno Di Carmo takes it. Get through the S's. Whoa, wild stuff, folks. Holy cow, they're going 3 wide, trying to catch him draft here. This is lap 1, 30-minute race here at WatkinsGlen Classic. And as you see him jockeying for position through the backstretch there, going into the carousel for the first time, full speed, three wide there we see. Holy cow, can they get through there safe? Looks like they can. And our leader up there, Bruno De Carmo, trying to battle off Phil Blythe. But Patrick Berry's out there. He says, hey, I want to get up there pretty soon. He's got the #1 car out there, Patrick Berry, with the highest I rating. Jockeying for position. It's Tom, Eric Vole, and Andre Castro. Looks like a half a second lead there. We're going to have a lot of people catching some draft here. What you got to wonder is, with all this draft here, these guys are going to be going back and forth pretty regularly, as you'll see some guys dipping to the inside. Like I said, the downforce decisions that these guys make, and Timo Westendal, pretty far back there, may have had some issues. Check back with him later, as we got a lot of battles going on right away. There's Timmy Hill trying to battle off Alex. We try to get a wide shot. We got a view from the GripTV blimp right here at WatkinsGlen, as we're just taking a look at the leader here. The leader's out pretty far out in front there. But you know what? With WatkinsGlen Classic, such a short track, like I said, the NASCAR runs here, so it does kind of remind you of NASCAR with the lot less turns, not too many turns here. Really fast-paced stuff here, where the draft comes into play here more than most tracks. And we're going to see Bruno's going to have to get out to a really good lead in order to keep the distance there. And as we see Phil taken out to the inside, Patrick Berry on the inside, they touch Berry. Oh no, we got a big wreck. Oh no, folks, big wrecking. As the second place guys got into each other coming out of the carousel, you're going to see a lot of that as some people are slowing way down, trying to avoid some of that contact. Hopefully they get around safe and there was more contact. Oh no, I would have pulled off a Stephen Donnelly there, folks, to avoid any contact. That's something you got to learn early on. As they're still wrecking back there, I can hear them. Oh no, they're trying to get it gathered there. Not good. Oh my gosh, folks, you don't want to see that. As whoa man, Sasha Wessler has got some major damage. He's going to try to make it to the pit stall. Holy cow, he gets it turned around. He might as well just hold escape, buddy. And that's going to leave our leader Bruno De Carmo with a 1.8 second lead. And Tommy Hill now is your new second place, as he must have got through there pretty good. And that's Patrick Berry that was involved. I wonder if he's got any damage. I don't know, but holy cow, as he's trying to battle off James Fox looking to the inside. But James Fox got troubles of his own with Andre Castro right behind him. He's from New York. And WatkinsGlen is in New York. Holy cow, folks, this is wild stuff. As WatkinsGlen is conducive to some high-speed wrecks, and you really got to avoid it. The track's pretty wide, but holy cow, we got 4 people in the pits. Not too good. Hopefully they get that fixed up. Going through turn 1, which is, in my opinion, one of the most important turns here at WatkinsGlen. You've really got to get a good push because you're on the throttle, 100% throttle all the way to the carousel. And there's a long piece of track there, and you're trying to get a big enough run as you can. Try to make a move before the carousel. Let's see how this 4-car gaggle handles all the draft, as they've kind of separated themselves from the field, because we did definitely see some fireworks. Holy cow, but we got a battle back here we got a big group of cars here battling out for 8, 7, 6, 10 position, as Andre and Eric going trying to jockey for position there, going into the carousel. As you can see him, heading into turn 6 and 7 here. Some of the most the tighter corners around here. 4th gear, 3rd gear corners here, and then heading into turn 1. As you can see, that's Andre Papp in front of him. Suffered some damage, maybe from that huge wreck early on. Not too sure. As we got 23 minutes left to go. Take a look at some gaps here on the ticker. That's behind the leader, and you're going to see... Okay, see how this draft works out. So you want to protect the inside. If you can get around them on the outside, that's pretty impressive. As we see these BMWs, people trying to figure it out here. And you can see them going 2x2 into that carousel. That's definitely possible here. No problem there. It's when you start going 3 wide. See, you got to give a little bit of room there if you're going to be on the... you got to leave people room there. But holy cow, Stephen Moore. It's Stephen Moore and Andre Papp just battling it out here. Marcel Maus has already got some issues. That might be a lap traffic guy behind him. Not sure. And they're battling it out here up front. As Tommy Hill is our second place guy, but Andre Castro going to be using that draft coming out of the S's. He's going to be using that draft coming out of the S's on the back straight. Let's see what kind of move he makes here. Yep, Tommy Hill, third position. Andre Castro right behind him. Wasn't enough. Andre Castro needs to get a new router. He's blinking out there. But you know what? Tommy Hill's working on trying to get second place. Coming through that really, you can get a lot of oversteer coming out of that turn if you're not careful. Heading into turn 1 here. Let's see how much of a run Andre Castro can get to try to separate himself from those guys behind him. They're going to be using all the draft. And that's what this track is all about, folks, using that draft, setting your downforce in such a way where you don't lose too much time, but you can make it through the carousel in turn 1. Pretty good there, so we got a 3-4 car gaggle as Tommy Hill goes to the inside. That's the move you want to make. Surprised Andre didn't try to defend there, because if he can be hard on the brakes here, Tommy Hill's going to take it. Right around there, he's going to try the old in and out. Let's see. Tommy Hill captures second place there. Very nice move. But Andre Castro right on the bumper. That's Andre Castro, third position. James Fox is second and fourth position. Patrick Berry's now dropped all the way down to fifth position. You remember him from the early goings there. Got into it up front and caused a major wreck on the backstretch. A lot of people were unable to avoid it. Our very own Timo Westendal, I'm looking at the ticker right now. He's 15th position. So he, after his first lap issues, he's came back. And now Andre Castro fails to defend his position there, going into the carousel, and he loses 2 positions. That was Tommy Hill. I'm sorry, Tommy Hill lost 2 positions there. After, I would imagine what you want to do is defend your position going into the carousel, and he failed to do that, and he's going to lose 2 positions as Andre Castro is our new leader. But we got some more goings on back there in the back of the field. Oh, Timo Westendal's involved in a major gaggle. He's got a bunch of cars in front of him. That's Felipe, Steven, Eric Teske. Felipe starting out this, leading this entire group of cars after the field did get kind of separated early on. And look at them all, folks. They're all lined up real pretty like. And they're going to be heading into turn 1. Let's see who makes the biggest run here as Filippo Porto's trying to do everything he can to keep those guys off and using a lot of runoff area. Is Stephen Moore and Eric Teske back there. You can do that. That's not an off track there in iRacing. You can take as much as that as possible. As we got a guy sideways just holding it there. Must have got loose through the S's. And like I was saying before, you can run off there as much as you want off of turn 1. As long as you don't get into the grass, you're just fine. Going 2x2 up there. These guys trying to keep it clean. Let's see how they handle this going into the thing. Going into the carousel, Stephen Moore takes it from Felipe. Felipe, remember, was leading that group of cars. So Felipe down to 7th place, and Eric Teske wants to make a move on him. Let's check in with Timo Westendal, as he's doing everything he can to try to regain some of his positions. I know he's got a lot of seat time in the BMW, and he was pulling out some really fine lap times during practice. But if you have some issues, get some aero troubles, then that's not good. Let's see how he's running it here. From inside the BMW. High-flying iRacing action right here on GripTVLive as we see how the draft works here. Let's see if he's able to cut in on one Simon Tupin. Oh, he's going to take the outside. If he can secure this position, that would be nice. Timo takes 14th position from Simon. Let's see if he can hold it through the carousel. Taking that inside line, he's got three cars right in front of him. He's going to have to, what is he going to do here, folks? He tries to navigate it through, almost gets a tire on the grass. That could have been disastrous, as he's going to have to let Simon back on by. Wasn't sure if he got a little loose there or what, but yeah, unfortunate to see that, as he goes a little bit wide there. You got to be careful. And that's our very own Timo Westendal, GripTV member. As we take a look at what's going on, you can see the guy flagging there. He's flagging out there, moving around. Got a guy in the pits. That's Kay Parrish. And just to take a look at our leader, Bruno De Carmo, running way out in front, 6-second lead, as 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th place, still battling it out here. James Fox on the outside. Andre Castro has position here. Andre has position. He wants to be to the inside on this next corner, but it looks like James Fox was able to complete the overtake and get in front of him and close the door. So our new 2nd place is James Fox. He's got the number 23 car too, folks, so that's very impressive. Going into turn 1. Let's see if James Fox can create any type of gap here. I know he's got some router issues, so you never know how that'll come into play with the netcode and all. Coming up through the S's, very fast paced there. These guys are reaching speeds of, I don't know, 160 miles an hour. They're going pretty fast, folks. Andre Castro takes James Fox as the overtake as a carousel, and I told you guys that this would happen quite a bit, as we got Attila Pop and Attila Andre Pap. Those guys are brothers, I guess, out there running. Andre and Attila. It's his dad and it's his son right there. We got Junior out there. They're battling it out, folks, as Jeffrey Van Voort wants to get into some of this action, but Andre is going to take you the inside, get around, hold the position, as Jeffrey has to slow way down. And that's, oh, and we got Reckon. Timo gets into the back of him. Let's try to take a replay at that. We may not get the replay, but man, Timo's got to be careful as he's out of position now. Gonna have to give room. Getting way off, using all that runoff there. And that's Jeffrey Van Voort trying to work on Attila Pap Jr. and Andre Pap's back there too. That's his pappy. And Hal Olivier from Iberia, number 17 car, running 13th position. Well, oh, and we got a guy off. Let's try to take a look at what happened to one Stephen Moore, as he was heading around, got some oversteered. Oh, and tried to correct off into the grass. Oh, man, that's unfortunate. He's now back in 17th position, so not good for him, as we got another guy having issues. Oh, my gosh, it's pandemonium out there. Is Season 2, Week 1 has begun right here in iRacing. Let's take a look at Andre Papp and see what happened to him. Going into turn 1, dives it in real close, gets into the back of somebody. Holy cow, gets even more loose into the wall. Unable to keep that car clean throughout the race, and that's one of the big issues here at WatkinsGlen, is it's high-flying, crazy action. As Timo looks like he was able to get around. And there's one of the few Porsches. That's McCalby running the Porsche. Looking good out there. Was able to post a 107.1. His best lap was a 106.6. Our fastest lap of the race came from no other than Bruno De Carmo with a 105.8. So looking good out there. And James Fox, Andre Castro, Patrick Berry, and Tommy Hill still going at it here. We got 12 and a half minutes left to go. WatkinsGlen Classic, Week 1, Season 2, iRacing. Here we go, folks. This is what you wanted. Multi-car, single-class racing, as Andre Castro goes to the inside, going to the carousel. He's got positioning. I'd say if I was James Fox, I would have tried to protect that position, but now he's going to lose 2 positions as Patrick Berry's trying to go to the inside on James Fox too. So a lot these guys got to learn about racecraft. Going into that carousel, you have to take the inside, and it's your lap times may suffer, but it's all about positioning, especially going into 6 and 7 if you can set that up just right. So it looks like Andre Castro once again reclaims 2nd place, and hopefully he'll be smart enough to hold that inside and protect his position a little bit better, try to keep James Fox off of him. Yeah, that's right, and very impressive as we were looking at the fastest lap times by the Bruno De Carmo. You have to understand that 105.8 was without draft because he is running all out by himself. So pretty impressive by that guy. As we got Eric Tesquet trying to make a run on Filippo Porto. Let's see if he can get this done. As if you check your ticker right now, it will give you the fastest laps. So take a look at that ticker. As we see a bunch of cars. Look at them all, folks. They're just coming down using that draft. WatkinsGlen doesn't let you get out to a lead here at all, really. Well, unless your name's Bruno. But it looks like we got 2 guys going into the carousel. What's it going to be? And kind of cloudy conditions today. The rain did hold off. We saw some clouds starting to come into the area. No rain in the forecast, as it's just overcast conditions here. But it's good we were able to get this race in here with only 10 minutes to go. Who's it going to be? They're still battling it out for 2nd place. Is James Fox, Andre Castro still going at it. Look at those. Look at that gaggle, folks. And as you can see, the long gap behind them. As we take a look, look at that huge gap that was created early on because of the wreckage, and some of the guys had to slow way down. But let's see if James Fox. Oh my God, they're 3 wide. 3 wide into the carousel. Who's going to give first? That's Andre Castro, gets through unscathed. Patrick Berry now in 3rd position. James Fox, unfortunate, he was riding 2nd. He's back in 4th position now. And Timmy Hill just kind of hanging back there. Timmy Hill riding 5th position. Let's take a look inside his cockpit view, as he's probably got a good view of what the battles that keeps raging on here for the 2nd place position. And as we see him trying to set up this turn 1 in that BMW on the brakes at about the 200 mark, he sees him going 2 wide there. He knows he's going to be able to get caught up. As I believe that's Bruno taking a lot of extra curbage there, a lot of extra runoff there. It's totally legit as long as you don't get into the grass there. And you'll see how this draft comes into play. Well, Timmy Hill might be in the best position to make a move here. Oh, and he just backs off a little bit, playing it safe out there. Maybe he's thinking these guys are going to get into each other. I'm not sure. As we head back to the Andre Castro on the outside, Patrick Berry on the inside. Are they going to be able to give enough room there? And Andre Castro does make it work on the outside. Very nice. And Patrick Berry's got a little bit of draft. If Patrick Berry can get on the right side and secure that, he may have positioning going into 6 and 7, as he want to be on the outside for 6, going into 7. Whoa! And they almost touched. That's net code area there, folks. And it looks like Patrick Berry going to try to make it work here as he tries the old in and out. Is it going to work? Nope. He's going to have to make another run at it here, going into turn 1. Two by two into turn 1. Second place is at stake as Patrick Berry, holding on to second place, takes it from him. But now Andre Castro has the draft. What is he going to do going into the carousel? Will Patrick Berry be able to defend his position as he does take the inside? Patrick Berry, very smart racecraft there. But Andre Castro does just sneak on the outside. But watch Patrick Berry. He should be able to reclaim his position here. Holy cow. And Andre Castro makes the move on the outside, makes it work. I believe Andre Castro, you can tell he's running more of a lower downforce as Patrick Berry seems to be losing quite a bit of time on the straightaway. We'll check back in with this as we got even more gaggles here. As, holy cow, we got some fireworks early on. Well, it's not early. We're 7.5 minutes to go here, folks. And they're battling it out here as Marcel Maus got into the back of Attila Pap Jr. And these guys have been battling out this whole time. And Timo Westendal's back there just picking his spots. He's running 13th place right now with the number 24 car. That's impressive. This is Top Split GT3 right here at WatkinsGlen Classic. Season 2 has begun. This is the week 1. These guys are trying to get out to a good start, put up those championship points. And Timo Westendal is one of the seasoned veterans here, as he won his division last year, so he's really trying to make a push here in Division 2. That's right, Timo Westendal, Division 2 GT3, trying to do everything he can early on in the season to really show that he's one to contend with. As you can see, the gap behind him is not too much right now, so he can just focus on the guys in front of him. As you can see, all of them up there. As you can see, going 2 by 2 up there. Man, this track is conducive to overtakes, as we love to see it. And this is a heck of a battle here with Felipe Porto, Eric Tesque, and Attila Pap Jr. They're just going back and forth here. With only 6.5 minutes to go, who's going to give? Who's gonna go full throttle? Who's going to try to make the move at the end? Who's going to be risky enough? Who's going to back down? Who's out here just for the SR? You never know, folks. 2 by 2 into turn 7 or into turn 1. Now they're 3. Oh, they're going to have to single file. Oh, reckon. Oh, Timo Westendal just punched someone. Let's try to take a look at it. I think the guy got loose. Not sure. Let's try to take a look. As that happened coming into turn 1, I believe. 2 by 2. After turn 1, those two get into it. Oh, no. Oh, no. And Timo had nowhere to go but just punt him out of the way. Oh, man. That's tough to see here, especially with only 5 minutes to go. And he's going to pull it on over. Let's check back in with Andre Castro, James Fox II, and Patrick Berry and Tommy Hill, as they're still running in a nice little gaggle there. This is the battle for second place. Battle for second place. You can see the, well, holy cow, folks. Andre Castro, James Fox II, Patrick Berry, Tommy Hill running it out, trying to see. These guys have been going back and forth the entire time. As we know, our leader is Bruno De Carmo with a 13-second gap now, and he's dealing with some lap traffic. Hopefully the competition's mighty cordial and he'll get the heck out of the way. But back to the battle, as we see these guys again going 2 by 2 into the carousel. James Fox is back into second place now as he takes it from Andre Castro. Better check in here as these guys are battling out. I see on my relative, and this is a battle for 7th place with Filippo Porto, Miles Vandervoort, and Pap Jr. and Timo Westendal is there trying to get caught back up. As he's up to 11th place now with that number 24 car. Congratulations to him so far. I know he might have suffered some aero damage, but he's up there. James Fox is second place. Very fitting in that number 23 car. And Andre Castro, you know he's going to try to make a move here on the straightaways. They're heading up to the S's. Yeah, just want to welcome everyone in. This is a GripTV Live broadcast right here on Twitch. Thanks for joining, everyone. It's just me up in the booth. I'm Matt Malone. You know me as Showdown. And here we go, doing the GT3 top split race in action as they're heading into the carousel again, 2x2. Who's going to break first? Who's going to be brave enough to try to make the pass in the outside? That's James Fox getting caught on the outside again. Andrew Castro reclaims second place. Holy cow, folks. And Patrick Berry looking to get positioning into 6 and 7 here. Let's see if he can do it. Following along on Patrick Berry's front left fender there. Nice enough to let us install a GoPro cam right there. And you're going to see the type of run he's going to be able to make on these guys. After turn 1, heading through the S's and onto the long back stretch into the carousel. You see those guys using a lot of runoff area there, and that's important there because you want to be on the throttle as soon as possible. You don't want to let off. And at this point, with only 3 minutes left to go, throw the incidents out the window. Who cares about that, folks? It's all about iRating here. And as you see him just get real close up to James Fox's second and right in front of him. Let's see what kind of move he makes as James Fox lets him go to the inside. Holy cow, he could... Oh, and he has to back off a little bit as Andre Castro does defend there. Holy cow, folks. And Andre Castro was able to defend his position. Very nice, but now it's a battle for third as Patrick Berry and Tommy Hill and James Fox's second are all jockeying for position. And they know they only got a couple laps here. Laps left to go. And Patrick Berry now back down to 5th place as Tommy Hill finally starting to come through. Maybe he's the dark horse. You saw him kind of holding off early on in the race. And now he's starting to charge, starting to make moves. Otherwise he wouldn't make. You saw him let off a little bit early on when some of the guys in front of him were going at it. But now it seems like he may be starting to make his move late in the game. He's got a strategy that may seem to pan out here. So we're going to keep an eye on that. As they're heading through the S's yet once again. Going on lap 25 here. Amazing stuff. Don't forget about that other little gaggle going on here for 7, 8, 9 position with Eric, Jeffrey, and Marcel. And Timo's not too far behind as he's in the 11th position trying to make a move here late in the game. But let's check back up on Andre Castro. They're going in the carousel right now. James Fox is second, back into 3rd place. Tommy Hill, he's going to be trying to move. Let's go on board with Tommy Hill, see what kind of moves he's going to be making. As he's trying to get positioning here, you want positioning on turn 6 on the right side here. So you can get to the inside on 7. Doesn't seem to work out that way. Let's see if he can make a run up here through the start-finish line. With only a minute left to go, we may be seeing the white flag here soon as our leader is could be coming around to the white flag here shortly. Turn 1. Only a couple more times. They're going to be going there, and Andre Castro seems like he got a little loose there. Didn't quite navigate that correctly, and that's going to give James Fox a run, that's for sure. As you can see, James Fox, whoa, and there goes Tommy Hill, folks. I told you, be watching out for him. Tommy Hill looking like he's going to get a little aggressive here late in the game as he's right on the back bumper of James Fox's second. James Fox's second going in the carousel on the inside. Takes it from Andre Castro. Andre Castro going to leave a bunch of positions there. Holy cow, he must have had some issues. Maybe he's out of fuel, folks. I don't know. We're going to keep on the battle here. He may be out of fuel. I'm not sure. With only 13 seconds left to go, they should be getting the white flag here. As you see our leader right there, Bruno De Carmo, coming around turn 1, as this has got to be last lap. Yep, white flag has flung here at WatkinsGlen Classic. Bruno De Carmo going to be winning this thing if he can keep it clean. As we see this battle keep raging on as Tommy Hill, James Fox, Tommy Hill to the 2nd position. Holy cow! He was just doing his homework, hanging back in the pack, and now he's charged hard as he got by James Fox's second on this very final lap here at WatkinsGlen. Oh, thanks for joining us, everybody. This has been wild stuff as James Fox isn't done yet. Tommy Hill to the inside, defending well. James Fox is the second. On the outside, he's got that low downforce. But guess what? It's Patrick Berry on the outside. James gets around Timmy Hill. James Fox holds it through the carousel. Can he hold it all the way through 6 and 7? That's yet to be seen, as this is the final lap here. And will Tommy Hill be able to make another outstanding move here late in the lap here? Get positioning, Timmy. Oh! Mr. Hill backs off with just a little bit. James Fox is second. Gonna be picking up. Holy cow, folks, and that's how it'll end, as we see Timo Westendal gonna be finishing this one out as well. Timo Westendal up to the 7th position. It looks like he's got some slower traffic in front of him. He's able to navigate through there. And he's going to be finishing this one out in 6th place. People running out of fuel everywhere, folks. People didn't gauge their fuel properly. Oh, my gosh. And this might have won an extra lap. You never know with some of these faster guys. People running out of fuel left and right. Picking up 7th position. Holy cow, Timo Westendal. Very nice. We see some more people finishing out here as this one is coming to a close. Holy cow, we got people coming to the pits. We got people just pulling over. We got people taking victory laps. We got Kevin Parrish finishing out 21st place. Man, that was some wild stuff as people didn't quite judge their fuel. And, man, what an amazing race. Just want to thank everybody for hanging with us. And maybe we can get the results here later on as we're just taking a look back at some craziness that was going on during this race. Lots of overtaking, lots of guys using the draft, lots of different setups coming into play. Saw a lot of BMWs out there, only a couple Porsches. Saw a couple McLarens. And as we get the official results here, looks like Bruno de Carmo going to win this thing. Number 3 car coming in 1st place. Congratulations to him. James Fox, the 2nd, coming in 2nd place. Very fitting. And Timmy Hill, 3rd place. Patrick Berry, 4th. Felipe Porto, 5th place. Eric Teske, 6th. Timo Westendal, our very own Timo Westendal, picking up 7th position. Marceau Miles, 8th position. Stephen Moore, 9th. And rounding out your top 10 is Attila Papp as we take a look at the results. And that was some pretty wild stuff. So, from GripTV Studios, right here on GripTVLive Twitch account, thanks for joining, everybody, and we'll see you next time. Don't forget to get signed up on the old YouTube channel. The links are down below. Make sure you hit that follow button so you never miss one crazy race again. And we got a lot more planned for you, folks, so thanks for stopping by. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye, folks.